Thank you so much, Madam, for giving us your time. So with this distribution, mass distribution of the cotton seeds, why now? Many would wonder, why now?
Okay. First and foremost, as per His Excellency, the President's Big Four agenda, one of the things we committed to as government was to increase production of cotton so that we could also subsequently increase the manufacturing capacity. So this is one of the promises that we are bringing to life. So we are distributing 16 metric tons of hybrid cotton and 1 metric ton currently of the BT cotton. First and foremost, why we are distributing it now is because we don't want our farmers to miss out of the ongoing rains. We want them to maximize on the rains so that they could be able to have their crop. And then also through the demonstration farms that we are setting up, the 720 demo farms, we want our farmers to learn the best and give them the extension services so that they can be able also to propagate in the right way, apply the right inputs and so forth. Because it is one thing giving seeds and it's another thing also giving education. So we want to combine the two so that the farmers can be able to be well equipped.
Yeah. And with the distribution and the cotton farming in the country, what's the big picture right now even as you start distributing these seeds?
One of the things that we want our farmers to benefit from is increased livelihood, because with the introduction of this variety of cotton, it has better production yields. It is also resistant to pests and diseases. So we want our farmers to be able to adopt new varieties and be able to produce. And through the production, they should be able to earn more yields than they did per hectare. So that is what we want to do. At the end of the day, it is promoting livelihoods. We want our farmers to be able to have decent incomes.
And you had mentioned that you are looking into producing over 200,000 bales by 2022. Does the country have the capacity to handle this, considering ginaries, most of the ginaries in the country right now are not functional?
We are also working on a parallel program to revive the ginaries, but also you could see also the Rivertex launch. So we also want to be in a position where our own farmers are supplying the raw materials to these ginaries. Yeah.
And how soon are these farmers going to receive these seeds that have been distributed today?
We've just flagged them off. The distribution starts immediately because, again, we don't want the rains to just pour without them having been planted.
And lastly, talk about the cost of this consignment.
The cost of the consignment, we've put in about 64 million into the purchase of the seeds, but again, it's also an ongoing process. We are still getting more consignments. As you've heard, this is only for the western and the coast region. We also have other consignments that are underway for the eastern region, and the commercialization there will take place in the October-November rains. So also what we're encouraging is also farmers to be able to learn. We'll also find ways of them learning digitally because also of the corona issue, so that they can also be able to have acquired the knowledge, but also we shall also be setting up places also where they could also be able to learn.
Yeah, as well. As you mentioned in corona, what's the plan for the ministry on cotton farmers in the country?
First and foremost, as you heard, the issue of the agricultural value chain was listed as an essential service provider, every key player along the sector. But that does not mean we don't adhere to the set rules by the Ministry of Health. So we are adhering to that, but also we are telling our farmers, let them adhere to the set protocols and guidelines so that we are still able to produce, and not only for the cotton farmers, but also for other farmers who play a very critical role in producing foodstuff. We are saying let the agricultural value chain continue running, but what we are emphasizing is let that not be an excuse for us to deviate from the set rules and protocols. That has to take precedence, yes.
Thank you so much, Madam.
Thank you so much, Veronica.
Anne Nyaga, the CIS Agriculture, speaking to Metropole TV.